I'll play this. When I say where you at, you say right here. Where you at? Where you at? When I say where you at, you say right here. Where you at? Where you at? Type shit, type shit. Spooky type shit. All the kids. Keep going on about. Fuck a private. Send it from my personal account. Gotta hawk it to ya. Hiding poison in my mouth. Glands holding the components to a copious amount. If I find out that you're really homies for the cloud. If I find out coded in directions that you route. If your loyalty leads only to contention in a drought. The confession that you flout will only poison you. I've been hacking weeds. Crazy if you sprout with a sprayer that I tout. I'm cleaning layers of the ground. When it's ready for exposure, pick the pen up like a joust. Defending any venomous behavior as aroused from the doldrums that a poet tries daily to renounce. If the devil tries to trick us speaking only when I bounce, I'm spitting off of Raven like it's Corey in the house. Get it? Fucking, that's so Raven, Corey in the house. The chamber that I open leaves a hole where you pronounce. Choke on every word till it breaks your big astronomy. Misshapen due to quantity. My circle takes in quality. You say what you've been banking on. Thoughts of your economy. Watch how much consumption interrupts in your autonomy. Reserve your reactions to the actions of the colony. And you really only speak when you can teach. Instead of following, you live the life of bad advice. Lost some opportunities. Could hold a ticker tape parade full all the caution that you threw. You're exactly who I'm thinking of to consummate a plan. Shut the cellar door. I'll go and oscillate the fan. While I roll out a board, we can find where it fits. You can move to the front. No one minds where you sit. On approach, I will interpret what it was I tried to draw for you. I pinned up a bunch of pictures. You're like, are we taking down the mafia? Look closer. And you'll notice that there's Polaroids of each of you. The orders are to make a line and take yours to your seats of you. So glad to meet with you. Break bread and eat with you. I skipped initiation. There's a reason this is reaching you. I broke the algorithm to reveal the infrastructures built by the society of real motherfuckers. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Chad, thank you so much for joining me here for another Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday open mic. A round of applause for yourselves on this special Halloween edition of this lovely open mic that we do here every Wednesday here at the Loisaida Center with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. How many of you have been to a Nuyorican Poets Cafe event? Raise a hand. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. If you've never been here, welcome, welcome. How many people are from New York City? Raise a hand. Make some noise. How many people from out of town? Make some noise. Don't be shy, out-of-towners. Thank you so much for joining me here. Another question. How many of you been to an open mic before? How many of you is your first time at an open mic? All right, good. All right, so let me tell you. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Brian Acosta Aria, also known as Brian the Motel Guy. More on that later, but let me explain to you what this open mic is. All right? 'Tis not a competition, first and foremost. Okay, there is no winner at the end, no first place, second place, third place. There is no prize at the end. You don't get to win a trophy or any money. But why are you here right now then? All right, it's to show me and the rest gathered here your talents, the things that you've worked so hard or halfway hard, all right, at your home, all right, on your notes app, the little pieces of art that you've gathered that you deem worthy enough to express here on a Wednesday the last Wednesday in October. All right, so that's what an open mic is. And at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, I got some rules, rules to give you to make this show go easy as possible. Can I give you some rules? All right, here's what's gonna have to happen, motherfuckers. All right, you're here. I'm staring at you. I know you're here. So if I ask you a question, just a little bit of yeah. All right, can we practice? Can I get a yeah? All right, can I get a hell yeah? All right. I know you're here, chat. And by the end of this, I swear to God, we have a hard out around like 8:30. We're gonna be family at the end of this fucking event. All right. So again, I'm gonna give you some rules to make this show the best show it can be. All right. 3 categories of rules that I'll pull up on my phone right now. We got house rules, we got open mic rules, and we got motel guy rules. I'm the motel guy. All right. First up, house rules. All right, this is a lot to absorb, but I'll remind you throughout the show. We have exits in case there's an emergency. First and foremost, illuminated by red exit signs, one over there that you entered in, one on the side over here, and another on the side just in case of emergencies. Tiny Asian man first, and then the rest of you can come as well. All right. Around the bend, there's bathrooms, 2 bathrooms if you need restroom facilities, also a water fountain in case you get parched, Wong. All right, you may want to get a little bit of water. All right, okay. So Wong needs to, in case you need to pee, Wong. Okay, but when you're in these facilities, of course, please respect them, and here's why. The Loisaida Center is our foster home. All right, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe is under renovation, currently opening next year in the year 2026. Lovely facility in the same building that has always been in, but the Loisaida Center here is our foster area, home for these open mics temporarily. So when you go into these bathrooms, please, por favor, don't fucking tag it up. I know what you like to do. Pull out your little markers, pull out your stickers. All right, you bought so many of them, you have to use them. Not here, chat. Not here. No one cares if you was here. No one cares if you have a phone number for a good time. Save it. All right, please save that shit. Okay. So encourage guests to, yes, of course, if you have to use these facilities or take a phone call, please wait between performers. All right, no distractions for our performers up here. Keep conversations to a minimum and wait until they're finished before you start moving or conversating. By the way, let me see your phones. Can you pull out your cell phones really quick for me? Let me actually see them. I got an iPhone 15. You got Samsung. Y'all are broke. Okay, silence your phones. All devices, quiet, please. I literally did this, Ron. I did this last week, and the fucking ringer came on right when I walked off the stage. I'm like, y'all are rude. Please don't be rude. Okay, no ringtones or anything. No Apple Watches. Nothing that goes beep or boop while these performers are spilling their guts. Okay, new rule, new house rule. No throwing anything on stage. It's been done not too long ago. Okay, don't throw anything. Save your flowers and or tomatoes for after the show. Okay, Ron's throwing up back there. Okay, so we're on to open mic rules because you're like, yo, we got to do an open mic, right? Well, what are the rules for that? Chat, I'm going to tell you how long you have up here. All right, we got 5 minutes. How long? How long? Okay, 5 minutes. 5. That's a couple of pieces if you're a poet or a writer of some sort. If you are a singer-songwriter and or rapper, that's 1 song. 5 minutes. Or you'll get flashed. Hit me with the flash. Hit me with the flash. Hit me. Damn, this is not a Bo Burnham show like I want it to be. I wanted some cues. Thanks for the flash. You're going to get flashed, not in the good way. Okay, that's going to signify you to get the fuck off the stage. All right, just for we got a packed house today. Even though it seems like everyone's a performer. Fantastic. All right, I want you all to have your time, but if you go over, you'll get flashed, and please respect that. Other rules. All right, when you pull up here, Chad, I will adjust the microphone to your face like this. All right, no need to adjust it yourself, but you can't take the mic off of the stand. So everyone at home can hear you. What do you mean at home, Brian? We're here in New York City. At home, chat. All right? because we're being live streamed right now. We're being watched for people on our YouTube channel. All right, the Nuyorican Poets Cafe has a YouTube channel, and so does the Loisaida Center. The cameras are over there. Once you pull up here, you will see yourself in the monitor. That's what people at home can see. You can watch you right now. Live stream started at 6:45, and they're watching us right now. So hello, chat. Throw some eggplant emojis in the chat, please. All right, little water droplets, little peach, whatever that means. Please, and thank you. A W in the chat for the people at home, all right? So you can't, I encourage you not to really move out of this area so the people at home can watch you, all right? No moving out of this black square over here. And no screaming in the mic either, all right? It's gonna make our sound guy very angry, all right? And he bites. Okay, so what's cool about the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic is that there's no censorship. None whatsoever. You can pull up on me, all right? And you can get dirty if you want to, all right? I said the F word, all right? In my little rap in the beginning, you can do that, all right? No one's going to stop you. But we do pull the plug on hate speech. No hate speech here, all right? If there's any bit of that, I will confer with the team on the side over there, and we're going to hustle you off this stage, all right? And then the sound guy's going to bite you, right? No hate speech. This is not Turning Point USA, all right? And I'm saying, this ain't that. And also, final open mic rule, no nudity. I'm looking at you, Daniel. I'm looking at you, Marquise. No nipple, nothing like that. Save it. All right, there's people at home. There's kids here, I think. All right, shout out to the kids here. No nudity, no areola, nothing like that. Please, okay? And also, a motel guy rule. It's very simple. No ego. All right, let me explain that. It's first for the performers. All right, ego, we love the ego. The ego is our identity. The ego is what made you make your art. The ego is kind of what pushed you through the door today and every open mic that you go into to express your art. But that's where it is left, at the door. It serves no purpose here. And you know why, performers? I want you to be able to come up here and perform at your very best. Who gives a shit what people think about you? Okay, because that's what the ego does. It holds us back at times. All right, we feel all bleh. We don't want to really say what we really want to say. Don't let that happen. And for you audience members out there, because we are all artists and we're also watching each other perform our art. The ego is what feeds that dreaded word that I hate so much, cringe. Y'all heard that? That's like the fucking thing now, cringe. No one wants to do anything, especially the younger generations, because of that C word. All right, audience, when you are witnessing some real cool stuff here, I want you to really be open-minded to it. All right, we are all performing at different levels. There's some professionals here. There's some amateurs, people that have not done this in a long time because of life things. All right, thank you so much for coming here and performing, but you're all going to experience it on the same level, no ego. And to check your fucking ego, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to show you mine. Scalpel, I keep it between my boobs. Here it is. We hate this thing. I want to get rid of it most times, Paul. This is how big it is, but it's bruised easily. Kind of smells a little bit. Brought a little bag, whoop, and there it goes, kerplunk. I'll put aside my ego tonight to be the best host as I can be, all right, to usher you up here and make this a safe space for you to talk your shit and express yourself and utilize that freedom of speech that is being taken from us every fucking day, all right? I need you to do the same. Give me your ego. Show it to me. Wong, you know what to do. All right, I can't really do this, Mike Michelle, if you don't show me the ego. Bring it up here, all right? If you did acting 101, you can do this. If you did improv, all right? And at the count of 3, chat, I need you to throw your fucking ego at the tiny Asian guy. Ready? Yeet it at me. 1, 2, 3. Throw it. Oh, my Jesus. A little toss. Michelle. Oh, that's right. That's the rule, but you can throw the imaginary thing. Fucking... All right, here it is. Kind of heavy. It's Smells like balls a little bit. We can put this on the side, all right? We're going to put it on the merch table for you. Does everyone feel a little lighter here? Can everyone perform at their very best but not judge anyone in this room right now? Yes? What'd I tell you? Yes? Can I get a hell yeah? Okay. I think now we can play open mic, Paul. We're egoless, and I swear to God, okay, when you leave here, you will have said to yourself that you said something beautiful and you saw something beautiful. All right, I promise that. That's a Motel Guy guarantee. So on with the show. Here's how I'm going to bring you up. All right, I got almost a full list right now. Maybe we'll get a second round. All right, so you can try your workout a second time. All right, another 5 minutes. But here's how I'm going to bring you up. First is Wong. Where you at, Wong? There you are. All right, hope you got some water. I know how parched you get. We got Wong. Then I'm going to use some baseball terms. I'm going to say like on deck. On deck. The next person is on deck. Dave, where are you? You're on deck. All right, that means you're in the batter's box, all right? You're like Shohei, okay? You're ready to pitch and or hit, all right? And you're warming up. Get your shit ready. Come up here. Do your fucking thing, all right? But with some great music. Let's first give it up for Wong, everybody. Yes! All the way to the stage! Hell yeah! He's like family already. Appreciation for coming.
Hello. What's up, everybody?
Yes.
Everybody doing good? All right. Love to hear it. So I'm Wong. I released a project called Comfort with Self back in May. And I wrote and produced the entire thing. And I'm going to perform the last project on it. The last song from the project. It's called Sounds Like. We can just get right into it. Yo. Yeah. Another opportunity is always right around the corner. Quarters are scattered, coins annoy me, but bills are cool. Kill the dude, willing to consider different views and ways of seeing. Skated for breezes, escape mistreatment. The cake is decent, but not enough for how I'm trying to live. My spine exists, the final mix has to be right. To get from sad, I had to fight. To visit dad catching a flight, attack the fright. Over and over with my secret weapon. Faith is a muscle and a must to be effective. Risking rejection on the regular to get to yeses, as well as no's holding the cellular. Severed the worst, accepted quirks, all in the name of peace as horns are made to beep addressed concerns. Therapy sessions got attended using Zoom. Was taught that God is watching everything you do. Options are many, try some, then we choose. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any rules. That's the funnest part when it comes to art. And that's what this is, trash and bad additions, cause I'm smart. Sometimes subtraction is the better move, deaded gloom. My room is an absolute mess. I can be lazy, nobody is coming to save me. On projects of butter, I've got you covered, run from safety. No one can actually replace me or you. Sounds like I love myself, of course I do. Sounds like I love myself, of course I do. Yeah, sounds like I love myself, of course I do. Of course I do. Sounds like I love myself, of course I do. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Once again, I go by the name of Wong, that's spelled W-O-N-G-E. You can find me on Instagram, _Wong, spelled the same way. And that's about it. Have a good night.
Give it up for Wong! Energy. We love that. Like the professional Wong is, all right, he promoted himself after he performed his song. You can do that too, but no pressure. But if you have some social media that you want to plug, an Instagram handle or an event, feel free to do that after you perform. Like the pros, Wong. Okay, and of course, this isn't a hip-hop concert. All right, but this is all live streamed, and of course, all of you get some footage All right, so that's like this isn't exactly like a super hype concert, but the footage is crisp and it's beautiful for your social media. So thank you so much for taking advantage of this space. Wong on deck. We got Trezus. Where are you at? Or Trezus. You're back. You're back with me. All right, I love it. I swear to God, we're family. All right, warm up for me. All right, do some stretches, but coming to the stage with a short story. Oh, we got Dave, y'all. Give it up for Dave. With some personal musings.
Thank you, Brian. Hey, everybody. I'm Dave Maruli. I'm a short fiction writer. I'm going to be reading a short story tonight. If you like it, you can check me out on Substack. It's called Poetry Night in the Hills. I'm the first to arrive at the Favela Poetry Slam. As each poet shows up, they approach me to shake my hand. We've never met, but we know we must share something because we're both here. The slam is sponsored by the city. Camille is managing the budget. To support where I can, I join the cheerful call and response chants. We repeat the same one before every performance. During the event's intermission, I ask what we're saying. The favela is the terror of the Bico. I'm not clear who the Bico are, but the intermission is over. The first block of performers had polish and swagger. The current poet is on the verge of tears. I tell Camila I'd give him a 10. Why? You don't understand what he was saying, she says. Because he meant it, I say. He was talking about his alcoholic father. The almost crying poet doesn't score quite as well as the poets with swagger, but he does pretty good. Another poet is screaming. The speakers reach their limit. They start to clip and distort his message. I'm using controlled breathing techniques to keep from laughing. The audio engineer on Camila's team has to step in. He asks the poet to please speak just a little quieter. The poet starts his poem over, but maintains the same volume. I think he means it also, I say. But he gets a 4, and everyone's laughing at him. I asked Camilla what his was about. The screaming poet shared that he was having ending thoughts. And then he said he was going to go home to get a gun and shoot everybody in the face. I don't think he's going to win the poetry slam. After the brief moment of tension, the MC encourages Camila to go up. There haven't been enough women tonight. Later, we're having some drinks with the top scoring poets. Between them, they won $60, so they want to take us out. I've had enough, but I have another. It's the end of the night, and Camila is saying her goodbyes. She tells them the reason I wasn't really talking is because I am a gringo. The winners start laughing. No way, the swaggest poet says. We thought he was just a hipster struggling to interact with poor people. We all laugh at that one and shake hands goodbye. Thank you.
Where can we find you, Dave? Where's the Substack? What's it called, bud?
So it's my last name, M-A-R-U-L-L-I.
M-A-R-U-L-L-I, yep. Maruli.substack.com. Thank you so much for sharing that, bud. Of course, we're outside. We can actually touch grass and touch each other with consent. So please talk after the show and don't just rely on people plugging themselves. By the way, Dave and everyone so far, you look great in the live stream. I was looking at that. Put some book emojis in the live stream and some eggplant ones as well. $60 for a slam, Dave? That's fucking, that's amazing. Dan, sorry. Fucking Marquise knows. $60 for a slam, bud. We're going to hear from Marquise in a little bit. But on deck, we got Poor Joe. Poor Joe, where are you at? Oh, thanks for coming through, Poor Joe. All right. But give it up for Trezus, everyone. A little bit more energy all the way to the mic, friends.
What's up? Cool. What is up, beautiful people? How y'all feeling today? Y'all feeling good? Dope. So I'm gonna do a song. It's called Stride. I dropped this over the summer. Just kind of a loosey, you know, to keep momentum going and whatnot. But yeah, we could hop into it. Yep. So low key, I got some shit to get off my chest with this one. All right. So just ride out with me. All right. Yo, I've been walking through the motherfucking fire. My legs is tired as I try to get a little higher. Been knocking on doors qualified, but they won't hire. Won't let that shit, that dim lights compromise my cipher. I spit this shit so one day that my mama can't retire. Maybe cop my pops a whip, cotton into low riders. Have the cops looking pissed as we merge our horizons. Make my peace pray I never eat with no liars. Till I make a meal, trust I'ma keep on writing until I reach a meal. Trust I'ma keep on fighting. Ain't no savior, but I'm feeling enlightened. Feeling like I've been bottled and lightened. Spitting slick shit, many strangers reciting. But hard times had me flirting with vices. Make me think about the times that I lost the devices. Had to learn to let go and let God be the pilot. Watch my story unfold as I wrestle Goliaths. Feel the wave, never sway when we flow. Did away with what I claim that I know. On my name, cause we ride through the lows. In this game, yet we strive with the soul. Yeah, we strive with the soul. Yeah, we strive with the. Feel the wave, never sway when we flow. Did away with what I claim that I know. On my name, cause we ride through the lows. In this game, yeah, we strive with the soul. Yeah, we strive with the soul. Yeah, we strive with the. I'm a die prolific. I'm guided by the spirits. Tunnels all in my vision. Pull back the layers written. Truth my only prescription. Lifetimes that I've been depicting. Close my eyes, conquer the distance. Materialized by the minutes. Lay down bricks with true intention. I'm understanding the mission. That's why I speak with conviction. And never pushing the fiction. Something my rivals are missing. Actually, they are my children. The way they stand with attention. Whenever I get to spitting. Feel the wave, never sway when we flow. Did away with what I claim that I know. On my name, cause we ride through the lows. In this game, yeah, we strive with the soul. Yeah, we strive with the soul. Yeah, we strive with the. Just like that. Appreciate it. So once again, I go by the name of Treyzis. That's Treyzis on social media. Feel free to tap in. And yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful experience and kill this. So thank you.
Hell yeah, give it up for my boy. Look at that. Treyzis, I got a question. Is that streaming, that song, by any chance?
Yes, sir.
Oh. All right, what was it called? He's going to say it himself.
What's called Stride.
It's called Stride, of course, because as you say in the fucking, he says it in the hook. Stride, Treyzis. Go find that on Spotify?
Yes, sir.
Spotify. Go find that right now. Chat, thank you so much for sharing. Had to learn to let go and let God be the pilot. You said a lot. That was tough. Okay, that was a tough line because we talked about ego before, right, chat? About letting that go. All right, and then eventually you do that enough, you realize God, right here the whole time. Okay, all right. So on deck, we got Paul Skiff. Paul, where are you? Where are you, Paul? Can't see you. Oh, there you are. Thanks for joining us, Paul. Paul is on deck, getting ready for some poetry, but also with some poetry. Give it up for Poor Joe, y'all. Poor Joe, everybody. I was about to say Pojo.
May I use this?
Of course.
I've always wanted to use a stool. Makes it more professional. I'm going to do 2 quick poems for you guys. This first one's called My First Prose to You. This is my first prose to you. Written in the futuristic last page of my notebook, iPhone notes. Note number 416, but it's my first prose to you. A guiding line, red investigated yarn and thumbtacks, typewriter making my thumbs crack, cigarettes making my voice crack, history repeating itself and art mimicking itself. I gotta put this on the top shelf, not because this is quality, but a Shakespearean tragedy. And if death is represented by 6 feet, then I gotta put this way above me, because my Juliet, my poetry, is very much alive, unlike me. I'm a conduit for art to flow, and I see you, so I write this prose. So I put this on my top shelf, my North Star that guides me, searching endlessly for what seems to be an unrealistic dream, but I'm still at sea, sails flowing free, a rider's tranquility. Because after 416 notes and still broke, my boat still floats. This is my first prose to you, a lazy poet's way of saying I love you. With no rhyme or melody, just lines between the lines, 416 words that lead to the letters, leaving clues on leaves for you to see but get swept up in the breeze. Because I'm a writer. That's the only way we know to be. This is my first prose to you, an ode to the new, a descendant of the Montagues, so I'm pretty sure I die when this show is through. But I leave this, my first prose to you. Thank you. Alrighty, and this next one is short and sweet as well. And I can't find it, but I'm gonna do it off memory. Let's see. I'm tired of walking. There's too much time to think about things, about where I am and where I want to be, about what you would think of me if you saw me walking. I'm tired of speaking into a mic so I can be heard and rhyming my words so someone may listen. I'm tired of my voice when I say these words, and before that, how I thought of these words, and before that, how I wrote these words. I'm tired of learning something new about myself just to forget something about myself, so it never really feels like I know myself. Because before today, I would have said, I'm in love with walking. There's so much time to think about things, about where I am and where I want to be, about what you would think of me if you saw me walking. I'm in love with my words. I'm in love with speaking into a mic so I can be heard and rhyming my words so that someone may listen. I'm in love with my words and how I thought of these words, and before that, how I wrote these words. I'm in love with learning something new about myself just to forget something about myself, so I always got something to learn about myself. I'm in love with being in love, and I'm in love with being tired. Thank you.
Where can we find you, Poor Joe?
On Instagram, _Joe.
Poor_Joe. Go follow him. Okay, he may be too tired to answer the DM, but it's okay. Go hit him up. Anyways, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I know I hate to belabor the point about ego, but thank you so much for being like, fuck it. No phone, not going to read it. I'm going to just say it off the top, and who cares if I forget the words. Thank you so much, all right, for participating that. By the way, isn't this a nice space? All right, nice, free, all right? You can just express yourself. No copay needed. All right, just talk to us, chat. Just talk to us. All right, that's what we're here for. All right, on deck, we got Marquise. Marquise, where are you? There you are. Thank you so much for coming, Marquise. Before I bring up Paul Skiff, a legend in this Nuyorican thing. Okay. There's not enough crowd support. Sorry, chat. So can we try something? All right. Can we try some snapping if we like what we hear? All right. Or if something is so profound, even if you don't get it, fucking. All right. How about some stomps? All right. Some stomps. Now, the thing about the snapping, right? Did that not come from the Nuyorican Poets Cafe team? Okay, all right, because the Nuyorican Poets Cafe's humble beginnings were in a living room, and you had to be quiet, or Abuela was going to get angry. All right, so you had to little snap a little bit. That's where snapping came from, and that's why it's associated with spoken word. But we can make all the noise we want, so please, if you hear something, let the artist know in front of the mic. All right, on deck, we got Marquise, but coming up to the stage, Paul Skiff, everybody. Yes!
I will.
You got it.
Look, I did your job for you. All right. It's always so good to be here with all of you, and I've really gotten off on what everybody's been doing. So I feel blessed to be here. Shout out to the Loisaida crew, to the techs from the cafe. I think I did this during the first edition of this demented regime we're all living under. Shrunken legacy and a memory confused with greatness. The vote was worn down to nothing by disidealists who said it should mean just maybe. While because it is being sickened with human filth, the climate drowns, incinerates, or atomizes by storm whole towns in an emotional fugue, combusting internally with a bloated stupidity emergency. The equality no one has is a corrosive absence everyone agrees with indignity, makes all other ideals naked in their falsity. The democracy performs self-harm by voting to limit the right to vote in an attempt to disfigure a future more perfect union by locking the past diseased form of botched utopia with an exclusivity as what America really meant. The difference between hourly wages of a billionaire and his warehouse box picker is a 12,000 mile per hour vanity rocket ride 3,000 miles straight up on a publicity stunt trip fueled by a 20-minute lunch hour that is not compensated and you cannot stop to pee. Whole state populations choose to die from a preventable disease out of freedom perverted as a morbid will to be nasty to their own selves because any protection from death promoted by a person they would never vote for is reason enough to commit stupidicide. To prove their depraved self-indifference is a virtue of personal choice. America, in a fight for its own life, has only a temper tantrum of either or for a dialogue about how to compromise differences into sane, respectable progress. So practice your nasty, caress a gun. Parrot whole channels full of hollow slogans and watch your country vanish in a cloud of decline made from its own purchase by new owners who like to dissect promise of a better future with dull blades made from a suicidal ignorance fed on a diet of unity stunting content that is a false front for whatever advertisers your outrage span is being sold to. Shove your opponent's head in an air fryer while you Botox the armpits of your racism, mukbang divisiveness, so you experience a static-like tingling sensation that travels down your body whenever you hear white colonialist dog whistles. Soon, civilization will just be another dishonest advertisement whose appeal is the nostalgic stench wafting off its own disappearance decades ago. But at least the feeling of relaxation and contentment, though also a historic relic, is still perceivable, even if only a memory being confused with greatness. The unpopular fact is, no one is alone with this shriveling of our democracy into a clubhouse militia, but sharing the blighted ideal is not a method to dispel our putrefaction. The diseased states of America are the contagious blanket we are wrapped in. Now tell me again how it feels comfortable and secure. But this time, be attentive to the hollow once occupied by how you used to be more fully alive. Or reclaim your humanity before the choice disappears. And if you voted for a convicted felon, eat the shit you served yourself. Thank you. I'm on IG at Skiffgram. It's just SKIFF Gram.
Come on, Paul! You talking that shit? Let's go! This is a special spooky edition, a couple days before Halloween of this Wednesday open mic, but it's not much scarier than what the fuck is going on outside the door. Can we agree, chat? Yes. And that's why we're here communicating with each other before that right gets taken away from us. All right. Fingers crossed, though. Thank you so much, Paul, for exercising that right to its fullest. All right. On deck, we got Jonathan. Jonathan, where are you? All right. You're on deck, pal. All right. Stay warmed up. But first, coming to the stage with more poetry. Get those snapping fingers ready for Marquise. Yeah! With the perp on and the merch on. He looking.
It's merch.
T-shirt emoji in the chat. Yeah. Hell yeah. No, you're so tall.
Go get him. Oh, thank you. All right. My name's Marquise, and I have this poem I've been working on.
Hell yeah. New shit.
Today, let's learn about American history. March 5th, 1770. Crispus Attucks is shot and killed. A black man shot and killed by British soldiers. His death makes him the first victim of the Boston Massacre, often cited as a catalyst for the American Revolution. But this would also mean that a black man was America's first martyr. And how ironic that a black man's body, blood, and bone is all this country ever needed to survive. I wonder how many black boys in Boston have since been blasted to satisfy the bloodlust of a badge. So when we count our founding fathers, how come we don't count Crispus? Why we don't talk about 1787, when the United States Constitution penned black people into existence as 3/5, a fraction, almost as if they're saying we're man enough to die, but not man enough for equal rights and protection under a flag our blood baptized into existence. Why we don't talk about the 3/5 compromise? Why we don't talk about all them other compromises? Why we don't talk about how we built this shit? From the coffin to the cotton to the Continental Congress and every single compromise. Let's talk about American history. Let's talk about the 54th Massachusetts Regiment and the 1st Kansas Colored Infantry, both who proved during the Civil War that black soldiers would be this country's backbone. But it wasn't just the men. Harriet Tubman. Yes, Harriet Tubman, once conductor of the Underground Railroad, now a spy, a scout, and a soldier. She led the Combahee River Raid, destroyed Confederate supplies, and freed 700 slaves in the process. When we count our founding fathers, how come we don't talk about Dred Scott, who pleaded his case against the Supreme Court? He had lived in Wisconsin and Illinois, 2 different free states. So he decided to sue for freedom instead of slaving on free soil. The court decided that no black person, free or enslaved, can be considered a citizen because the Constitution considers keeping them as property legal and morally okay. You see how this land of liberty continued to capitalize off our captivity? Why when we say freedom, y'all say Emancipation Proclamation? As if that ink on paper removed the chains from our feet. Instead, it made room for our blood on the battlefield, gave an opportunity to fight their war, and we did, and we won. Why, when we say change, y'all say 13th Amendment, as if that didn't just shift the scope of slavery, moved us from the plantation to mass incarceration, ushered in the new Jim Crow before the turn of the century. But that's a different topic for a different day. So by the end of this, you should be able to reflect and realize early American history is a lot darker, and a whole lot darker than you ever realize. Thank you. If you like that poem, you could follow me on Instagram. My Instagram's am.marquise, letter I, letter M, .marquis. Thank you.
Wow. Aside from professor and teacher, apparently Marquise also an excellent poetry slammer. All right, winner of many of our poetry slams, and you can see him at our Grand Slam this upcoming December, if he's available. All right, I hope so. Okay. So, after Jonathan, we're gonna have a little commercial break, but sit tight, chat, because we probably will be able to have a second round of performers by raise of hand. Okay, so after Jonathan, again, a little commercial break, but give it up for some poetry by Jonathan, y'all. Come to me, Jonathan. Pull up on me, Jonathan. Hello. I'm just looking at my. It's all good. Jonathan's got some printouts for us. He got here by MapQuest too. You should check out Jonathan.
Sorry, I just have 2 poems for you guys.
Yes.
This one is called Grains of Rice. Grains of rice run through my hands and mix with blood, abrasive toil beneath a molten tyrant. My hands are clay, like pots that guard the keys to farmhouses filled with oxen. Sweetest breath of acetone and filth. You said my sweat tasted like hay, and highest mirth and lowest country. My worth is yours to take. You drink the blood that runs through bruises, blackened hands from birth and not from sun. I measure days and movement of your hips across scythed fields. I'll find you there, where Shango meets lost mojo bags on railroads north, a beaten back, an axe to separate wheat from chaff in larger meadows. A lightning strike to flash your face through mine, and rain to store away the tears. Cracking open pots of clay, closing hand to grasp the very thing that falls through fingers, grains of rice.
Yes.
This one is called the Ark. They shall make an ark of acacia wood, 2 cubits and a half shall be its length, a cubit and a half its breadth, and a cubit and a half its height. You shall overlay it with pure gold, and you shall put in the ark the testimony that I shall give you. Exodus 25, 10 through 11. The Ark. We stood on Nephilim's shoulders, 55 cubits high, each home mounted on 6 spines, graphene concrete hearts, stainless steel, basalt fiber, built to resist brine and erosion, to hold against rising tide. We stood at the pier, your back, scourged and flagellated, trembled. Salt water kissed each laceration, bitter waves caressing your cuts. Your crime? Insulin. We stood on Nephilim's shoulders as your spine broke beneath a hollow steel crucifix, feet inching together on the pier's metal plank. Our Azazel cast pelagic to drown at earth's core, arid of light. Sheol for your transgressions. Tears die in rain here in Half Moon Bay, where waters rise every 3rd day. We stand on Nephilim's shoulders, Nephilim now drowning. We depart on the ark you built, titanium reinforced for 40 days and nights. Erosion in the hull is your chapped lips, stains and bumps in the metal, the swollen, purpled gum smile of the man who held me in his arms. Father, we stand on the shoulder of no Nephilim, just waters endless rising as we look to the blazing host descending west, wheels upon wheels that shift and morph into themselves with molten fire neath moon's clear sky, awful trailing spits of flame with core obscured, a second sun. The rain never ends. How can there be rainbows here? These trembling feet press down upon your broken spine, your ark. We look west towards the chariot of God, the Ophanim, our new covenant. Thank you. My name is Jonathan Kwao. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I recently started writing poetry, but before this, I was a novelist, and I also wrote music, mostly R&B and hip hop. My Instagram is @proquo, as in quid pro quo, but it's @PROQUOW. Thank you.
Give it up! Wow. Holy moly. Thank you so much, literally. Holy moly. Thank you so much for that testimony, Jonathan. All right, pull up on us every Wednesday, all right, if you would like your turn to testify. So, as promised, I'm going to give y'all a little commercial break for all the events that we do here with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, not just here at the Loisaida Center, but elsewhere in the city. So if you'd like to please hold up chat, all right, get your work together while I just talk for a little bit and try to find the halftime show script. Found it. Okay, so the Nuyorican Poets Cafe has been around for multiple decades, over 50 years. Now is the perfect time to go post the link for the live stream. Go post some pictures to your Instagram, silently, of course, as I tell you about all the other events that we will be doing here and elsewhere until our home, the original Nuyorican Poets Cafe, is opened up next year after an extensive renovation. All right, let's start off at the beginning of the week, shall we, chat? All right, Mondays, a poetry slam. How many people have been to a poetry slam before? Raise your hands or make some noise if you've been active in, not a favela poetry slam, but, or any poetry slam. Okay, excellent. So we do one, all right? We have continued to do the Nuyorican Poetry Slam, but this time at the Bowery Poetry Club. Again, every Monday, all right? This starts at 6:30, but those hungry poets that want to win that prize and get crowned first place usually arrive around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon before doors open. But for everybody else that just wants to soak in the show, pull up at 6:30. Again, Bowery Poetry Club, 15 Poet Center, 1 poet wins. Poor Joe. All right, it's pretty intense, and you get $20. $20. Yeah, okay, a $20 cash prize in your hand if you win that slam, okay? And for those that win the Monday slams, you are qualified to join us for the final Friday slam. That is a slam that takes place at the end of every month, all right, the last Friday of the month. And this takes place at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. It starts at 9:30. We will be having a special Halloween slam this Friday, and it's going to be a costume party as well, and also a costume contest. How much do you get if you get the best costume? $50. Oh my gosh. All right, you get $50 if you win the costume contest, $100 if you win the final Friday slams. $100. All right, all the winners of those Monday slams that can make it to the Friday, we put you up for the final Friday slam for your chance at $100 and a chance at the Grand Slam at the end of the year. We've procured a bunch of winners, all right, for all these months. All right, we're still looking for, obviously, October, November, and December. And then we'll have a big Grand Slam up in Harlem, Victoria Apollo Theater. All right, just like last year. It's going to be fantastic. So we hope you pull up to that. All right. So aside from slams, we do open mics. That's what we're known for as well in the grand tradition of Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mics. For those that have touched the stage and for those that are about to touch the stage, this is tradition. Acts like Erykah Badu, Eminem, MF Doom, Mos Def, they've all pulled up to these mics in various stages of their career. Also spoken word artists like Saul Williams, Bo C, all the Def Jam poets, okay, Mahogany Brown, those artists have also pulled up on us and also hosted shows with us. So you are in that lineage, chat. Isn't that amazing? All right, the open mics that we have currently until our building opens back up are here at the Loisaida Center, starting at the first Wednesday of the month. We have something called Woman Orator Wednesdays, or WOW. Can everyone say wow? Wow. Okay, wow. All right, this mic is specifically for all women and women representing peoples, an all-act open mic like this one that starts around the same time this mic starts. And it is hosted by my dear friend, Somebody's Mama. So pull up on us at the first Wednesday of the month and every Wednesday of the month so you can see me. Again, my name is Brian Acosta Aria, also known as Brian the Motel Guy, hosting this mic every other Wednesday. All act open mic. You receive high quality video and audio capture of your performances. So please go get that on our stream after the shows. And sign-ups start at 6 o'clock, and the show starts at 6:30. All right, other events. All right, we have an online open mic Thursdays. So in case you have to go back home, or you're all the way in Georgia or Portland, shout out to David over in Portland in the chat, or everywhere else, you can still vibe with us with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe every Thursday for the online open mic. How much does it cost, Paul? It costs $0. All right, to log into that Zoom. All right, so please join us if you have to go back home and your home is far from New York City. We also have a slam workshop. All right, that's coming up soon. When is that coming up? November 11th. So if you want to perfect your poetry slam game, do it with the bests here, with our friends here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. And also, there are other open mics. 1,000 Words open mic at the International Center of Photography. I host that one. I'll let you know when the next one is. Also, some winter poetry events and some more events, yes, of course, throughout 2025. All that information, you can go to nuyorican.org/calendar or scan that QR code. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operation expenses, so we love if you donate. All right, and join our Patreon, of course. If donating is more up your alley, $20, $25,000, please do it. All right, it's all tax deductible, I promise. All right, so thank you for your attention to that matter. All right, halftime show over. Did I do good? Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to memorize it. I think we're going to do it in video form next week, so I don't have to talk all this long. Okay. All right, we got a few more on the list that hasn't gone up, like Michelle, for example. Michelle, are you still here? Michelle, you on deck, dog? Get ready. Get ready. Born ready. Excellent. Born alive, but coming to the stage. Give it up for Danny Cruz, everyone. Danny, where are you? Got the binoculars on. I spotted him. The great Danny. He's coming through the bush. Yes, the wild Danny Cruz has approached. Thank you so much.
What's up, everybody? My name is Danny Cruz. I'm a rapper from Queens. Before I start, I set a goal for myself at the beginning of the year to do 50 open mics, showcases, anything like that, just performing, 50 performances. And this is my 75th. So, yeah, thank you. Feels pretty good. I've been doing a lot of mics around the city. And my first time here was last week, and really enjoyed it, so I wanted to come back. I do introspective rap, and the song I'm going to do for you guys tonight is a song I wrote a few months ago, just before my 25th birthday. Yeah, whenever you're ready. I gotta come up with something inspirational, something motivational. My bars are gravitational, the talent generational, but that's not enough. They calling on my bluff. I say that I'm a star, but I'm a diamond in the rough. I've been going through the ringer, trying to make it as a rapper and a singer. I got some things that I just gotta get off my chest. I'm not sure if it makes sense, but I'll try my best. Like, why is life so hard? I'm trying to make some money, trying to find a better job and balance the music stuff at the same time, but it's so overwhelming, sometimes I just end up crying. I know deep inside my parents want more from me, more than a part-time worker who got a music degree. Well, I'm sorry, Dad, I don't know if you overheard, but I told Mom that I won't stop till I take over the world. And the other night, I met this beautiful girl. She was pretty as ever with the blonde tips and the curls, but I'm so shy that I said nothing. It was kind of absurd. I was just sitting and staring. If only I could find the words. If only I could find them, maybe I wouldn't be alone, I wouldn't be unwinding. Cause part of me knows that it's all about the timing, but I ain't got a roll yet, what do I know about timing? And what do I know about anything really? I'm 24, I haven't made it clearly. 24, people telling me that I'm so young, but I can't help and think that my time is done. Cause I'll be 25 in just a few short days. And all the kids who blow up are like 19 nowadays, or 20 and on their way to 21 years of fame. I'm just 20, too old to keep up, I'm playing a losing game. Born in Y2K, came up on Pokemon and Disney and also some Lil Wayne. HSM, Camp Rock, I Carly and Josh and Drake. Take me back, man, I really miss the good old days. Everything now is work and bills and tax and stress. Rinse and repeat until eventual death. Grind and grind until your last breath. Whatever happened and just taking a rest. You see, it all went downhill when I was about 12. My first experience with death, it put me through hell, put me through pain, drove me insane. Looking back, I don't even know how I dealt, cause once again, I was only 12, I was young and stupid and I didn't know how to help. So when they bullied her and laughed, I thought that it was alright. And then one night, she took her own life. And you ever lost your best friend and your girlfriend and someone you thought was gonna be there till the end? Well, it sucks and it's not something that I would recommend. I used to say I was okay, you know I had to act tough, but all I could think about is I ain't do enough. If I just stepped in, maybe she'd still be here, but I'll move on. I know it's not really what y'all wanna hear. And now where does that leave us? I just dumped a whole lot of trauma. I don't mean to be grievous, I don't mean to be sad, I don't mean to be mad. I just really, really, really need y'all to understand. We all go through stuff, but don't focus on the bad. It's all about bouncing back, and it's all about the fight. It's all about will and might. I mean, look at me, I'm spilling my guts here tonight. Here in NYC, up on East 9th Street, rapping about Danny. Flow is uncanny, and it's all eyes on me. And I'm just hoping and praying that I could reach my dreams. And I hope that y'all could reach yours too. Yeah, I hope that y'all could reach yours too. Yeah, I hope that y'all could reach yours too. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. If you like what you hear, my name is Danny Cruz. Danny with an I, Cruz with a Z. And you can find me everywhere, DannyCruz.music. Thank you.
Find him! Give it up for Danny! He's here! He's not going anywhere. All right, again, please talk to each other after the event. That would be lovely. All right, get each other's socials. That was great, Danny. Thank you so much. Danny came up last time, performed over just piano, and kept with the introspection. Thank you so much for taking us there. You mentioned trauma dumping, which is a word thrown around so much nowadays. But might I remind you, chat, according to this fun little meme that I found on Twitter, all right, no trauma dumping. Doesn't exist, all right? Shared joy is a double joy. Shared sorrow is half a sorrow. Gosh, that little Asian guy, fucking deep tonight. I swear to God, no ego. All right. We're all going to be enlightened, I swear to God, by the end of this. All right, Michelle is coming up, but on deck, we have Dan Lateman. Dan, where are you, Dan? I see you, Dan. There you, Dan. All right. He's got some comedy, but give it up for some poetry from Michelle, y'all. Yes, all the way to the stage.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
Oh, these lights are something. Man, okay. I should introduce myself. Hey, y'all. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. I'm Michelle. Apparently, I'm a poet. Still working on a stage name. Brian Votes. What did we say? Mish the poet? Oh, Young. Was it Young? Lil Mish. We're working on it. But this is something new-ish that I've been working. New-ish that I've been working on. I've been working on it at the Monday Slam. But they're a little stingy over there, and they only give you 3 minutes, and so I'm always over the time. We're going to do the whole thing tonight. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Ya salam, ya salam. The prayers sneak out of me. They remind me who I am. So let's wage this war. Ya salam. Wait, that's the wrong language, but I forget my English as I drown in this anguish. Ya salam. That's all I'll have to say when the rapture comes. I guess today is that day. Ya salam, where is the salvation? I look to the sky and I keep screaming as I accept this beating and I take this reaming and I just keep pleading, Ya salam, It's a prayer for peace. So I ask, is it PTSD or is it me reacting to the way you treat me? You see, it's not my responsibility to teach a man how to protect me as I figure out how to wage this war of being seen for being me and being free to use this pen and freedom of speech, while back home they're killing babies and dropping bombs. And stateside, I wake up in pools of blood that are not my own. And this voice in my head, it's the only one I know. But it's yours, coaching me and coaxing me. Girl, yeah, you can be authentic, as long as you take this dick and you do something good with it. So I'll try to get this straight, even though I'm just a little gay. And I swear, some days, you really are great. It's just so solipsistic when I'm in it. No matter how you spin it, spit it, give it, take it away. You leave. No, wait. Please stay. I'll sway. I'll do it in whatever way you say. In this fray as I pray, yes, salam, and play along. Man, I wasn't meant for this song or dance. You leave. No, wait. Give me another chance. Let me get this straight, and I'll forget that I'm just a little gay, and you think I abused you. Man. That is so much to live with. So I seek your forgiveness as if you can gift it, as if you can sell it, as if you can sell me my own freedom. And they say you can love them. Girl, you just can't keep them. So instead, I'll keep behaving and cooperating and placating. And before you know it, I'll have spent my whole lifetime waiting like a good Arab woman. Yes, Salam, how you have them fooled. You wag and you grin just to mask your sins. Your golden retriever energy keeps reeling them in. Yes, Salam, your golden retriever energy. I try to leave, but my prayers play referee, cajoling me gently back to this numb but dishonest reverie. And I buy back in because you keep selling me your lies. You're so sweet and so easy, so liberal and so modern. But you wouldn't accept this sad, unholy dick for your daughter. So you can do what you do. Keep playing God. But let's face it, at the end of the day, a golden retriever is still just a fucking dog. I got another one. 30 seconds. Never mind. I don't got more time.
Give it up for Michelle! All right. If Michelle wants to go again, you'll get more time. We got a couple more people on the initial sign-up list. I see some that just walked in. They just walked in on me. Thank you so much for coming. All right. Thank you so much, Michelle, wherever you went for sharing that. Okay. QUA. See, Quacious. See, I ain't even gonna try. I'm gonna let you fucking school me. Q? You? All right, Quacious present. Quacious is on deck, and they're present, but give it up first for the comedy stylings of Dan Lateman. Yes! Get ready to chuckle! Thank you! We're fucking chuckling! Let's go!
All right.
Give it to us, Dan.
All right. I'm not even gonna do the short jokes today.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna be the bigger man.
Damn. I thought you just. You lying, Dan.
So recently, a woman accused me of thinking with my dick and not my brain. Well, not to brag, my dick just served to solve today's Wordle.
Yeah.
I have schizophrenia. And I have a wife, and I think I might be gay because with the voices, I have other men inside me. I originally wanted to be on the show The Voice, until I found out it was a singing competition. My friend asked me, "Do you bench?" I'm like, "Yeah, Washington Square Park, near the fountain." A lot of my friends say they're like I'm on the streets, Brooklyn. I'm like, I also am on the streets, Sesame. My grandpa, on a serious note, my grandpa died recently at 101, and it was just the coolest dude ever. And he was smart and he was funny, and I tried to be just like him. And I think it came back to bite me because right now I have the same amount of charm and charisma that he has right now. Oh yeah, you guys, I made $15,000 in doing comedy this year. I am crushing it if I lived in the 1940s. I recently downloaded Duolingo. It's pretty exciting, and I'd like to share with you what I learned. Duo means two. That's it. I don't believe in that, but I know why Americans love Jesus. Because like with the loaves and the fishes, he invented unlimited breadsticks. Brian, you lied to me repeatedly for that. He thinks it's a good joke, liar. All right. But before my wife, I asked out like a hip hop artist, and she said no. I was like, turned down for what? All right, that was dumb. All right. But with my wife, we went to marriage counseling. Yeah, I know. No, we crushed it today. He said we don't have any more problems. That's not a lie. If you've never been to marriage counseling, that's when a man sits you down and explains to you how she is wrong. All right, I knew I should have done that at the end, so I don't get canceled. All right, I think I'm about done, unless you'd like to see a joke that actually works in real life. No, we're done? All right. No. As a schizophrenic person, I love fedoras. Like, I can relate to them so much. Like, I hear voices, you think you look good, we're both delusional. Yes. All right, this was fun. Other than the mild misogyny, you know? All right, you can find me at Dan_Laitman_stand-up. Thanks, guys.
Yes, give it up for Dan! Solid 4 minutes from Dan, please. This is an all-act open mic, and this is New York City, so we got the stand-ups, we got the performers. Thank you so much, Dan. The Jesus joke works, I'm telling you. This feels like underground church right now. It feels like there's going to be a baptism around fucking 9 o'clock. All right, so stay tuned for that. We're going to dunk Marcus inside of a little kiddie pool. All right, so speaking of Marcus and Jamal, all right, on deck after Quacious is Jamal. Jamal, are you here? Jamal's here. Clapping for himself. All right, some poetry from Jamal and also some poetry from Quacious. All the way to the stage. A round of applause for Quacious. I can pronounce your name. I'm going to keep saying it.
No, you're good. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Let's see. Who knows music terminology, even if it's just a little bit? Okay, bet. This is called tonic. Awesome.
Born on the roots of a C sharp, pulling down the inner string of a major scale of my failures. Let alone I waste my time deleting my progression. My adolescence was diminished by the C. My thoughts My mind was a major key, settled progression, and yet I still never find harmony. Stay on the black keys, the mind's deeper, the chords lower. Higher, I realize the apple falls not far from the tree. Pause. A line of becks have stepped on my pedal. My keyboard echoes. I have to live in standards not in my image. It's hard not to fall, yet the keys augmented. To the F, my father, my past progressions. I just want my tonic they call home. I look around and I turn around and he's gone. Pats me on the back. He's gone. I turn around. He's gone. I turn around. He's gone. To half step, hands off to E, the flat the third of my life. I guess I'm basic. F sharp is nothing without the second, y'all. I can't go anywhere without the deep roots. Lost, I'll never find progression. Lost, I'll never find my progression. I was born where art should not be me. I sustain with no tonic, with places that I don't call home. I sustain with no tonic, with places that I don't call home. I sustain with no tonic. I don't have a home, and that is tonic. I'm Quacious. I'm a rapper from Chicago, visiting here for my birthday. Yes, I'm a Scorpio. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to chop it up with me, talk to me, you can follow me anywhere, Quayla Soul, or you can just talk to me. So, but thank you all so much. Thank you.
Wow. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Beautiful. Remember that rule of no throwing things? No, it's okay. No, there was no rule of throwing things off stage. I just realized that. You were just like, boomerang. That was pretty sick. All right, remember, hey, you let some stuff off. Thank you so much for doing that. Again, for those that just joined us, we shall reiterate, no trauma dumping, right? Shared joy, double joy. Shared sorrow, half the sorrow. Okay, so thank you so much for splitting it all in half for us to take Quacious. Appreciate that. All right, on deck, we got some more poetry from Marcus Stokes. Marcus, where are you? Mark, oh, shit. All right, before we get these two poets up, because I know what they do, let's take a deep breath, y'all. All right, count of, not yet. Follow the host. All right, count of three. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. I told you, at the end of this, we're going to be family. I swear. All right, with some very great poetry. Give it up for Jamal, everybody.
What up, y'all? Brittany has been single for 4 years. Lately, she's been doing well at work and has a booming social life, but is still plagued by the loneliness that comes with freedom. Michaela is a bit more on the wild side. One Thanksgiving, she pranked her entire family as everyone unknowingly gave a toast with ayahuasca in their wine glasses. Michaela is a fun girl. And Brittany loves a fun girl. And Michaela loves a girl who loves a fun girl. It was a match made in apocalyptic heaven. You know, it's funny. Even when standing in the ashes of a world once green, we look for love, and they both needed something softer than what the world could offer at the moment. Their first date was cute. Some cozy little coffee shop. Michaela says, let's skip the small talk and get right into reality. My favorite color is white supremacy. My favorite number is 326 black people were killed by cops last year. I'm a Pisces. I love your shoes, and if we rush through this little brunch, we can still make it in time to catch the rest of a genocide. Brittany was infatuated. How can a lover make this place look so pretty? Doesn't that sunset look so perfect? That cloud kind of looks like a bomb dropping on children with broken bones as their skin melts into our memory but still won't make the history books. Brittany didn't want to admit it, but she was falling in love. She even started to plan their future together. One day they'd get their first apartment, buy a car, go grocery shopping. Michaela is vegan, but that doesn't keep her away from the bullshit. They end up looking for missing kids in aisle 7. Babe, I told you to bring the grocery list, not the Epstein. They pick up chips and dip because they're hosting game night but can barely get through. They pick up chips and dip because they're hosting game night but can barely get through a round of Uno before ICE bombards through the barrio to draw 4 of their neighbors away from their home. Uno out my country, the masked men scream as they rip a father away from his daughter. Why are you crying? It's just a game. Michaela keeps saying that she wants a family of her own one day. They talk about how they won't raise their kids on tablets, just board games and pen and paper. They'll have to learn to kill time with things like Scrabble or Hangman, and the letters will always spell out Trey Reed. What's wrong, babe? You've barely touched your tax dollars that's been paying for all of this. The holidays were coming up. On Halloween, they leave out candy for unarmed black boys doing their best impression of dead men. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and on Christmas Eve, Michaela cries. Brittany knows somewhere in America there is a woman putting on her best dress to go to some young new bomb church searching for her husband. Michaela knows somewhere else in the world there is a woman, distressed, going through the rubble of a newly bombed church searching for her husband. Michaela's heart is heavy knowing this Christmas Santa will bring kids heaven. They will open up gifts wrapped in ceasefire and become merry, merry martyrs. Michaela wants to know if those kids are real. Do they really exist? And does heaven have a playground? Brittany says, take my hand. Michaela doesn't know if they can continue to make love through the massacre. Those kids are real. They really exist. And heaven better have a fucking playground. Michaela says, well, how are we supposed to cope with all of this? Michaela says, there's a bar by her crib, and on Tuesdays they have $8 margaritas and free Palestines. Thank you.
Yes! Give it up for Jamal. Oh, man. This is an honor to have Jamal here at my open mic. Thank you so much for pulling up on us, Jamal. All right. On deck is nobody. There's nobody. That was like the end of the what? We got a second round? All right, we might have a second round. We will have a second round because it's 8:05. Hard out at 8:30. So if you'd like to go again, I'm gonna ask after our next performer to raise a hand. You got 3 minutes. All right, the first people to raise their hands, I'll pick you. Okay, coming to the stage with some more poetry. Give it up for Marcus Stokes, y'all. Yes, you're in for it this time.
This piece called Alliteration, like alliteration, but with an N in the middle. We'll see if it makes sense in a second. America, Atlantis, analogous annihilation authors, arrogance already altered Adam's apple, beauty's been beholded by bastardized bifocals, clearly, civilizations collapse chronically, certainly, careful, crackers cry convincingly, create contagions cultivating death devilishly, distributed domestically, deranged demonic democracy, demonstratively draining everybody's earth, everything. Feds fabricate felonious fractured freedom, falsehoods, germ generations, genuinely gorge God's genetics, gentrified God's genius gleefully. Hell raises horrifyingly held heroes hostage, harassed her, him, incels instigating injustice, injuring innocence and inoculation, juries judging justly, joke, jest, just know, KKK, Karens kill kings, let lazy Labradors lie, love, legitimately, lately, lamenting living like life's long, laughable, ludicrous, lies, life's minutes minimal, must make most minutes matter, must maximize now, not neglect, navigate necessities, Negate non-essentials. Nappy noggin neighbors never named nigger nor negro. Names oppressors orated over originals. Once owned omnipotence. Oxymoron. Perplexing. People personifying power powerless. Presume prey. Poor prayers pleaded, pale prayers prioritized. Preposterous. Punishment perhaps. Questionable. Quantifying quantum realities, really rigorous research. Requires rationality's removal. Random. Somebody save suffering sons, sisters, slaves, sadly sacrificed so sinister, salivating somebody succeed. Satan shooters shackling seeds, shit sickening, truly. Tell the truth. Tell the terrible truth, teleprompter, that tells tall tales through teeth. Tell the truth this time. Tell them. The tyranny unleashed upon us, unashamed, unabashedly, ultimately ushered untimely undertaker visits. Very vicious violence viewed vivid. Why? What's wrong with we? Why we weapons? Why we workers? Why we warriors? Why we withstand witchcraft? Why we wrong when waking, when wading water, when worshiping, when white woman's words warp what was with whistles, while winking, word, xenophobes. Yo, you yearn your youthful yesterdays, your younger years, you yearn yachts, yell, yay, Yankees, yes, you, yeah, you. Yet, your zeitgeist zen, zilch.
Yeah. Raising the bar, per usual, Marcus Stokes. Give it up for Marcus, y'all. Thank you so much for pulling up on us. A 2025 alphabetical slaughter from from a man, Marcus Stokes. Shout out Papoose if you're watching. Okay. All right, that was fucking better than any alphabetical slaughter. All right. That's what New York City sounds like. This is what poetry sounds like. All right. So, of course, I'm talking to the chat right now at home. All right. This is your home if you want to free some speech here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. All right. As I said, we're going to do a second round. We got like 20 minutes. Okay. So, raise your hands. Who wants to go again? All right. Real quick. I'm going to write it down on my notes app. All right. Poor Joe. Marquise, was that you? Michelle. All right. Come on, chat. If you have been quiet and you didn't perform, I got you, Michelle. If you didn't, I got you, Dan. If you didn't go and you have something in your notes app, you have something ready, you have some time. All right. Because first up, I'm going to bring up Poor Joe. Give it up for Poor Joe again. Oh, I'm sorry. You got 3 minutes. How many minutes? How many minutes? Okay.
I've never had the microphones raised for me before. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm feeling good. And thank you. I appreciate you. All right, this is some new shit. I wrote this today. Not really, but close enough. It's something I say to listeners to bring them close. Not too close, but close enough. Like I write so you understand me. Not fully, but just enough. To have you know me, sit, drink, eat with me. Because the people who matter didn't do it enough. So I laugh, joke, play, flirt with the people who walk, skip, run past me just enough to leave a memory. Inspiring just enough words, poems, stories within me to give smiles, joy, laughter to those who see me dance. And I can dance. Not really, but enough. Enough to put on a show to keep the family close, to make sure I have a pulse, to keep myself warm and the people close enough. And maybe they'll like me, need me, want me. But not enough. Never enough to hug me, hold me, love me. Because that's too much. I like things just enough. Enough of you so I fantasize and romanticize putting lead in my pencil and ink in my pen. Enough of you, writing just enough about you to sculpt your silhouette, enough about them so I never forget. A cyclic rhythm, a simple box step, following the same paths so I don't take the wrong step. Because I've had enough, and I don't want no bad news. That you only got time for you, and why I'm so boo-hoo, and I can't stay in one spot, and I don't even move, because I'm tired, fool. And maybe you didn't do enough. I like to dream all day, but work just enough to stay awake, because who wants life of true and tough steak? I want to live life that's just enough, where my words heal, mend, soothe, where my stories tell good news and you feel that someone sees you. Because yeah, life gets rough, and there's some parts that don't suck, but there's some parts that don't suck. So let's live life in the end. We can say thank you for being enough. To all those we touch and who touched us, to her who showed you that love could be enough, to him who showed you that blood ain't enough, and to them who cared enough to tell you when enough is enough. Because fun ain't enough until you break some stuff, until you lose yourself, until you're down on your luck and you're stuck at the job that keeps your shirt tucked, but you keep your chin up, although you know that you're fucked because there's no way out, and now my thoughts are speeding up because what's the whole point if we're all just stardust? I guess what I'm trying to say is I wrote this today, not really, but somewhat, to remind myself I'm more than enough. Thank you.
Give it up for poor Joe with some words for all of you. Thank you so much. You are enough, Joe. All right, thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Next up, we have, what did I write down? In my little bonus list. All right, on deck, we got Michelle, but coming to the stage. Give it up for Marquise, everybody. Yes! All the way to the stage! Energy, 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 energy. He's here. He's here to give some poetry to us.
New shit. Ain't it crazy how that history book keep repeating itself? Like how old black boys must die for their words to be immortalized. I mean, just look at Malcolm X, Tupac, and Jesus. Ain't it crazy how my people keep ending up in chains? Chained up on auction blocks, on blocks, arguing about how long your chain hang, ended up in cell blocks, part of a chain gang? Ain't it crazy how they keep burning what we build? From Black Wall Street to the churches on hills, drop bombs, light torches, and cover their tracks, but call it a riot if we fight back? Ain't it crazy how these wars never end? Just new faces committing the same old sins, like how they swore the war to end all wars was won, but in 2025, here's another one. Ain't it crazy how the rich still get fed while the hungry still have dreams of bread? Like how guillotines used to kiss royal necks, yet greed still cashes blank checks. Ain't it crazy how ain't it crazy how Luigi Mangione fought, a man with a dream that power once forgot? Like so many before, he stood for the lost, but history moved on no matter the cause. Ain't it crazy how they play the same game, delay, depose, deny, anything to shift blame, promise the future, then rewrite the past and hope our questions don't outlast? Ain't it crazy how they steal our bodies, claim our pain, but never take the blame? Like Henrietta Lacks, her cells were sold for gain. Her legacy was built on suffering and stripes, yet they would never give back her life. Ain't it crazy? We raise our voices high, but the sentences still remain the same. Like they act like Kamala Harris was the first to rise, but echoes of Shirley Chisholm burn in her eyes. Ain't it crazy how they twist the truth, take our struggle and make it real uncouth? Like Candace Owens speaking loud and clear, but forgets the lessons history holds near. Like Clarence Thomas in the halls of power, then deny roots that grow from black flowers. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy how the past still haunts our days, from the shores of Africa to America's maze? We built the land, they took the gold. They call us lazy, our story retold. We gave them rhythm, they took our songs, but through the silence we still marched on. Ain't it crazy how they fear what we know? Like the power in our minds and the seeds that we sow. Like Black Panthers, like Fred in his sleep, they silence the loud and bury him deep. But bullets in prisons can't shatter the sounds of voices that rose from the underground. Ain't it crazy how they rewrite the books, erase our struggle and ignore our looks? Say slavery is a choice and the pain ain't real, but our scars tell story they edits conceal. Ain't it crazy how despite it all, we still rise and we still stand tall? They steal, they kill, they claim, they lie, but the truth don't drown and our dreams don't die. History repeats, but so does our fight. We turn pain into power, dark into light. Ain't it crazy how we come so far, yet the road's still rough and the wounds still scar? But no matter the weight and no matter the load, we carry our past and still build the road. Ain't it crazy? Nah, like ain't it grand that even in our struggle, we still in demand? Thank you.
Yes. Yes. That's what these mics are for. Try it, your new shit. Okay, that was great. Thank you so much for sharing that, Marquise. All right, on deck, we got, to finish off this Wednesday open mic, we got Dan Laitman. Dan, where are you? You still here for us? All right, thank you so much, Dan. All right, coming to the stage with some more poetry. Give it up for Michelle. Yes. Energy, 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 energy at the home stretch.
Apparently it's more professional.
It's super professional.
So professional.
It's like it gives cabaret, it gives a little...
Is that what it gives?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
No, there we go.
All right. Can y'all hear me? Am I too close? Too far? Too far. Still too far? Good? Okay. He said a little closer. All right. Here we go. That's closer. Here's a short little thing. I hope I see you in another lifetime, maybe in another universe. I hope that when I do, it doesn't feel like I recognize you. That meeting you feels like a first-time thing. That I don't remember any of the things you did in this lifetime, and that I don't remember any of the what-ifs that I live with now. I hope that in the next lifetime, meeting you is like meeting myself. That I see you and think, well, that was lovely. I hope that it stops there, and that we don't get coffee or go to dinner or travel to Brazil, and that we don't dream of lifetimes beyond. I hope that when I meet you again, it's nice enough to appreciate, but not nice enough to write about. I hope that you're busy or on the phone and that you can't stop to talk to me. I hope that when I meet you again, there's nothing to remember. That was the first one. I got another short one. Hold on, it's somewhere here. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. It's funny how when I met you, it felt like fate. How, as fate would have it, the world melted away when your eyes met mine for the first time, and how that would end up being the end of my world. And how, as fate would have it, I now have everything we ever dreamed of, just without the we. Now, as memories of your smile and the endearing creases around your fateful eyes fade into cobwebs that line the most distant and secluded hallways of my past, I view fate a little differently. Because much like you, maybe fate just fell short.
Thank you so much. Okay, so closing out the show with some more chuckles. Give it up for Dan Laitman, y'all. Yes! It's all on you, Dan! Bring us home!
Oh, God. All right, but I have no more short jokes, realistically.
Phew!
Yeah. I think that S&M people must have been really disappointed when they heard out what Kinko's was. So recently, my cousin said that as kids she was attracted to me. How do you go from that? Where do you go from there? You can't be like, so what are you doing later? I think it's ironic that when we hear ICE is coming now, nobody's like, cool. Yeah. All right. I want to see a gender-neutral priest, like something that just goes he, hims. Hymns. All right.
Oh, that can't be.
But I have schizophrenia because I have to. And a lot of my friends like say, "Oh, let's go to a haunted house." I'm like, so any house. All right. So I'm shy in the streets and also in the sheets, so don't expect anything. Do Brian knows who I'm talking about. Cody Green is an amazing schizophrenic advocate. He's a giant man with a ton of tattoos. And one of his tattoos is on his face. I'm like, and he's the only man that is covered in tattoos. And when he makes a point, because let's hear him out. It would work better if they had the visual, yeah. All right. I think if we misgender a trans man, it should be called Mr. Gendered. I think we should call homes of white Anglo-Saxon Protestants wasp nests. God damn, is that the one I'm going out on? All right, one more, and I'm not sure if this is gonna land, just like all the rest of them. One thing about Trump, like aside from everything, like he ruined baseball hats. Does anybody get how that's disturbing? God damn, that is the one I'm ending on. All right, thanks, guys.
Give it up for Dan Lakeman! Hell yeah! Shy in the streets and in the sheets. Dan Lakeman. Don't go anywhere, chat, okay? Because as your host, I took some notes while you were performing, and I'd like to share them with you before you skedaddle off into the New York City nights. Can I share some highlights of what I gathered from all of you wonderful performers here on this Wednesday? All right, starting off with, of course, Wong, who rapped, "Another opportunity is right around the corner." All right, thank you so much for all the rappers that pull up here, because you're the communicators of the 20th and 21st century. All right, the leading ones. So thank you so much for me communicating that. The cake is decent, but not enough for how I'm trying to live. Thank you for communicating that. Risking rejection on the regular. Sounds like I love myself. Of course I do. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Wong. Of course I do. Dave. The favela is the terror of the Biko. Who is the Biko in that short story?
So the idea was it wasn't clear.
Right, because you didn't know. Right, yeah. I love that. All right, Dave did a short story about a slam that he saw in Brazil, in a favela in Brazil. The screaming poet shares he has some ending thoughts. I don't think he's going to win the poetry slam. All right, pull up on us on a Monday. You'll hear some screaming poets that you may want to do a welfare check on. And again, $60 for a winner. That's crazy. At the Brazilian Favela Slam. But amazing story. Thank you so much for sharing. Poor Joe. I think Poor Joe was after Dave, right? Oh, no, it's Trazus. You still here, Trazus. Thank you so much. Trazus was like, ain't no savior, but I'm feeling enlightened. Had to learn to let go and let God be the pilot. Thank you so much. At the beginning of these open mics, Jamal and Marcus, you missed, and anyone else, I make people give me their egos, all right? And the more you do that daily with meditation and going to events like this where you can experience other people's human experience, you shed the ego, you realize God is always here. You carry him with you. So thank you so much, Trazus. Poor Joe was like, check it. Poor Joe was like, "My first prose to you written in the futuristic last page of my notebook, iPhone notes." The pages of the future. "I'm a conduit for art to flow, so I see you and I write this prose." Thank you so much for writing that. "I'm tired of walking." Me too. I've been taking the bus lately. "I write so you understand me, not fully, but just enough. I want to live life just enough, so my words heal, mend, and soothe." That was beautiful. Thank you so much for soothing us with that. Paul! Don't leave yet, Paul, because you introduced me with the word stupidicide. Did you catch that, chat? Stupidicide, which is awesome, okay? And then you said, "America in a fight for its own life." It is. "The diseased states of America." I love that turn of phrase. "It's contagious blanket we are wrapped in. Reclaim your humanity before the choice disappears." You're reclaiming it here at this open mic. Thank you so much, Paul. All right, that was like the theme today. People are angry. All right, before you start revolting in the streets, do it here first. All right, no macing here. Marquise, he dropped some fucking knowledge on us, Marquise. Why we don't talk about all those other compromises? Let's talk about American history. It's a lot darker than you realize. Ain't that crazy how they fear what we know? Ain't it crazy how despite it all, we rise? Come on. Thank you so much, Marquise, for sharing that. Jonathan, where are you, Jonathan? You still here? All right, thank you so much for sharing lines like sweetest breath of acetone and filth. That just stuck to me. Thank you so much. We stood on Nephilim's shoulders. The rain never ends. How can there be rainbows there? I love that poem about the ark. Thank you so much for sharing that. Danny, where are you? You still here? Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, Danny, that you're a star, but a diamond in the rough. The dichotomy, Danny. We love it. Thank you so much. And then he said, have you ever lost your best friend, your girlfriend? It sucks. It's something I wouldn't recommend. Great communication. Thank you so much, Danny. And Michelle, of course, shared, I forget my English. I drown in my anguish. Beautiful. The golden retriever energy. I try to leave, but my prayers play referee. And at the end of the day, a golden retriever is still a dog. Oh, and then you shared, I hope that in the next, wait, hold on. I hope that in the next lifetime, meeting you is like meeting myself, and that I see and think, oh, that was lovely. That was very lovely. Thank you so much, Michelle. And Dan was like, I recently downloaded Duolingo. Duo means two. Yeah, Dan, Duo means two. Shy in the streets and in the sheets. I'll never forget that. Quacious pulled up here ready to throw some shit around Quacious. My adolescence was diminished by the sea. My thoughts, my mind was a major key. Bars. I sustained with no tonic. I sustain with no tonic. I don't have a home. You're home here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Thank you so much. Then Jamal and Marcus pulled up. And Jamal was like, a match made in apocalyptic heaven. I love with the stories, chat. Such a good story about Brittany and Michelle, or Michaela. Oh. My favorite color is white supremacy. I'm a Pisces. Yeah, that wraps up a Pisces. Totally, fucking March. Any Pisces here? I'm talking shit. Oh, babe, I told you to bring the grocery list, not the Epstein. Uh-oh. Did that happen? Do those kids exist? Does heaven have a playground? This is why we do this, right? We share this art to answer these questions, to pose them, to really talk, okay? And then Marcus, I tried to catch as much as I could, right? But he broke down the alphabet for us. Feds fabricate felonious fractured freedoms, hard. Incels instigating injustice, they do. Must make most minutes matter, you did. Tell the truth, tell the terrible truth, teleprompter. Why? What's wrong with we? Why are we weapons? Why are we workers? Yearn your youthful yesterdays. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right. And for those that didn't make it to this open mic, I hope you yearn to come here, and I hope all of you yearn to come back again to the Wednesday night open mic with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe at the Loisaida Center. You can find your footage and the live stream on the YouTube channels of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe and the Loisaida Center. My name and your host of this evening was Brian, the Motel Guy. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. Come back to me, though, okay? Next Wednesday, Wednesday after, go talk to each other. All right? Peace.